Hello friends, are you unnecessarily paying for the features you don't need in your car? Do we really require certain features of a car that come at a premium price? Can we avoid certain high price features? What are the features worth having? These are the questions I'm going to address in this video. In today's market, every other company targets to offer the most features in their cars. But in this race, they offer many features which are barely used every time. Basically, features and facilities available in different cars or different variants of the cars. They fall into a few categories like basic features, or the safety features, or the braking and traction features, security features, comfort and convenience features, telematics features, seats and interior and upholstery type features, exterior features, lighting features, instrumentation features. Actually, what prompted me to do this video on this topic was recently I had encountered a problem with one of my tires in my car. I had to take the car to the tire workshop, and when they checked, they said there's a minor issue. I requested them to change over to the Stepney tire. I was really shocked to understand at that point of time that my spare tire is of a different size compared to the tires which is there in the car. The Stepney tire provided by the company is of a smaller size, 16 inch instead of 17 inch what is already there in the wheels. And extremely difficult to put on the spare tire or the Stepney tire onto the wheel. Traditional spare tire or the Stepney tire is quickly becoming one of the most useless features on modern cars. In fact, some of them have no idea that the new cars that buy nowadays, many of them don't even have a spare tire. In the quest to reduce the vehicle weight and to improve fuel economy and to make more space available, people are trying to avoid Stepney tires. The new cars many of them are trying to avoid. But is it really required at this point of time? Then the question can come, what if you face with a flat tire? Nowadays most of the cars have the TPS or the tire pressure monitoring system, which gives an advanced warning. And also the tubeless tires nowadays can hold on for some point of time, you can continue for some more kilometers. And the latest variety of RFT or the run flat tires which are available in the high-end cars nowadays. Run flat tires are tires on which you can continue driving after a puncture. That brings us to another question of why do a lot of people go for cars in India with sunroof? Initially we started with quarter sunroofs, then half sunroof, now full sunroofs. There are cars, most of the cars nowadays come out with full sunroofs. Is it really required in a place like India? The sunroof is one of the barely used modern features, especially a place like India. In the new cars, most people do use sunroof for fun, but after certain time, it becomes a feature that people barely remember they have got it. But then you really have to pay a big premium for having a full sunroof in a car. Honestly speaking, this is a meaningless add-on to a car in India, unless of course one is planning to go on an election or a victory campaign, or barring those teens trying to enjoy in countries with abundance of dust, extreme heat and lots of rain. These sunroofs don't really add any value whatsoever. Rather, it may act as an additional hassle of maintenance. So as we discussed, there are many overhyped features offered by car manufacturers to woo the customers. Voice commands are one of the new and fancy features given by the car makers. You can give voice commands to access features like sunroof, climate control, volume control and many such things. But frankly, it's not really used in the daily run. You can access all these controls manually on just one touch. There's another one, a sunglass holder located on the roof of the car near the cabin lights. You can store sunglasses or normal specs in this, but it's also one of the rarely used features you can see in the cars. Not every time you might open the sunglass holder and place your sunglasses on it at the top. Most of the time people try to keep the accessories close to yourself, easily accessible cabin storages close by. G-force indicator is one such gimmick given in the car features. It's again one of the useless items, especially on a city drive or highway drives. The use of G-force indicator is to check rash driving, to check the acceleration levels. Look at the fog lamps. Is it really important to have fog lamps at a premium price? You don't drive frequently in foggy regions, especially in some places, many places in India, you really don't require it at all. If you look at the list of most desirable features, they should primarily be reward oriented, either adding elements of safety or those that afford added comfort and convenience. The results of the survey says that most wanted, most desired features were heated seats, blind spot monitoring, front and rear parking sensors, all-wheel or four-wheel drive, lane departure warning, Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, power front passenger seats, LED accent lights, ventilated or cooled seats, memory driver seat. These were some of the features which were wanted by most of the people. This is in addition to some of the very basic features provided by most of the cars nowadays, like power steering, power windows, alloy wheels, airbags up to 7 numbers, central locking system, child safety lock, rear AC, parking assistance, steering adjustment, rear defogger, rear wiper, steering mounted controls. Besides the basic features, some of those features which are really worth going for, like an auto starter or a reverse camera, auto emergency braking, tire pressure monitor, Bluetooth and USB, rear cross traffic warning, auto headlights, multi-zone climate system, temperature controlled seats, wireless charger. These are all very useful systems, features one can definitely go in for. Similarly, under the survey done, the list of items which are not really preferred by most of the people were things like augmented reality head-up display, not wanted by most of the people, electronic engine noise enhancement, ability to purchase things through the vehicle infotainment system, biometric features, gesture controls, janitor services, fully automatic hands-free driving with no steering wheels, second or third level of ADAS system with driverless driving, things like that. Definitely you can avoid certain items like gesture control, voice recognition, perforated seats, motorized doors, touch screens, adaptive headlights. There are things like adaptive suspension, adaptive cruise control, motorized review mirror, a cigarette lighter. Some of these items are, if you really think about it, you don't really require in the long run. Also things like social media integration and night vision, and these are all things which you can avoid. So friends, a car is definitely one of those things that you get most excited about buying. To many of us, cars are extensions of our personality, and it's about much more than getting from point A to point B. Many of us dream about which car we want to buy or which variant we want to buy, what we are going to do to customize it after we get it. What most of us never really account for is how many optional features we can get with our car. With the exceptional rise of technological advancements, a lot of these innovations are seen being implemented in the car market today. With many options of technologies and features to choose from, it's hard to pick exactly what you want in your car. But we have to be very realistic in this matter. While comparing different options of new cars and different variants of a car, please be very careful. Please try to avoid unnecessary features and accessories. Car manufacturers should actually offer custom-made variants of a car, loading only those chosen features by individual to individual, instead of customer choosing one among the available variants having certain pre-ordered features. Thank you.